And these must be your beautiful daughters.
Yes. This is Ruby Lee. This is Gracie Jean. Girls, say hello.
Hello.
The thing about this family at the center of the show is that they were like family off the set. So it's something that would just like break my, I would like sit at craft services and I would watch either Deb or Ash with one of the two girls. And it was like they were mentoring them. It was like they were actually their parents. It was beautiful to watch. It was never like they were separate. And these two young girls looked up to them. You could feel it. And it was so beautiful to see.
Why are you my Ruby?
Because I sparkle.
That's right.
Shahadi is so aware and empathetic. She feels everything. When I watched the show and I saw the scene with Ruli's first day at school, that actually broke my heart. I had to hold it together because it reminded me a lot of myself. When I came from London and I felt like a fish out of water, and I felt very much so like them. And I looked around and there were all these kids who spoke differently than me, looked differently than me. You know, I was dark skinned, thick British accent. I was just different. And I ate lunch in the bathroom every day. I faked like I had stomach aches so my mom would take me home from school early. And I was already shy. So when I saw that scene, that was really, really hard. And days where, you know, we didn't work together and she had really, really hard scenes, like the scene where the kids are taunting her in class, I would just check on her and just let her know, like, I know you have your parents and your parents are really supporting you through this process, but I just want you to know, like, I'm here and I get it and I see you. You know, I know you're an actress and I know you're amazing, but you're still a child. And so it was tough because you wanted to protect them, but you also know that you can't. And if they're not going to take it in on set, at some point in life, they're going to encounter this.
I don't want to be like them anymore. I want to be beautiful, Doris. Like you.
When I was younger, I never really saw anyone who looked like me on screen. So I felt like, okay, my life would be better. I would be more acceptable if I were lighter, if I were white, if I had, you know, blonde hair, if I looked differently than the way I look. And I remember praying one day and asking God if I could wake up and look and be lighter and have longer hair, because I felt like that was better than the way I actually looked. And so when I see Melody and Shahadi and I see them and they look like me and they're actually looking up to me, it's important for me to always show up and always be confident in who I am, because I realize that me being confident in myself gives them permission to be confident. You know, if I'm not, and if I'm hating my skin color or my eyes or my hair, they're gonna look at me and be like, oh my gosh, you don't like that, then that means, I mean, I look like you, so I mean, I shouldn't like that. I felt the weight of that. I felt like all the self-work I did to fall deeply in love with myself was about more than just me. It was about them as well.
I'm sorry, Mama. No. Nothing to be sorry about. It's not you. It's not any of us. It's this place.
Look at this. This is what it's like working on a studio.